Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. As you can see, the big field is ready to be harvested. So we're just going to get right to it. Going to fire up the combine. And I'm actually going to set that off on a worker, because we're going to be doing some transporting. Plus I also got to take care of the fields back, our smaller fields back there. I do have the Massey Ferguson. We'll just jump right there right now. I'll probably stop him for a second. But yeah, he's sowing this field with soybeans. That field's got wheat back in it. And that field will be sown with soybeans as well. As you can see, we also have fertilized these fields before seeding. So after the Massey Ferguson gets done seeding these fields here, we'll grab the fertilizer spreader, spread them again, and boom, they'll be 100% fertilized. Our chickens are doing the chicken thing still. Good for them, right? So, yeah, we got some eggs here at about $500 a box. Yeah, you can kind of figure out how much cash we got there. So, about $6,500 worth of eggs so far. They're still reproducing and doing pretty well. I had a contract job set up I was going to do. We were, I think it was field 5 was a field that we were going to harvest. But I logged out because there was a patch. Well, I shouldn't say a patch in Farming Sim. It's a beta patch. So you actually kind of have to go into the files and say you want to do a beta test. So I'm on patch 1.1.3 now, which has fixed some of my problems I've been having, especially with track IR. That definitely did fix some of my problems with track IR. So like if I hop into the case, now when I turn my head, I can actually see the back of the tractor without having to really turn my head and face away from the screen, I guess, pretty much. But yeah, now the track IR seems to work. Plus when I turn my head this way, track IR doesn't really turn my head up and around. It actually turns it the way it should. I still have some steering wheel issues, so if you're still using like I'm using the G27, the force feedback is still doesn't seem like it's working right. So, but it has fixed some issues. The other issue people are having is like this field right here. Under contracts, I was not getting contracts for fields like this where they have weeds growing in them. The problem that the game is having is the farmers are thinking weeds are quote-unquote crops. So when it has weeds into it, it considers the field ready for harvest, but there's nothing to harvest, so the game was going like a little haywire. See, we're not getting missions. Apparently, this patch I just downloaded should fix this problem. That's why most of my fields that you can see here, they were stuck in the cultivated mode. They weren't registering that there was work to do. So now when I go to the contract page, the problem is I got nothing but sewing jobs, which is something I'm not too keen on doing at the moment. Maybe we will this episode. Maybe I'll be doing it while our combine is doing the work here, as he's doing now. But we'll go visit the sheep. Our sheep are still doing the sheep thing. We now have 4 pallets of wool, and they're working on this one right here. And yes, they're making a mess. I don't know if I mentioned this last episode, but there's a way, an automated way you can, if you don't want to clean up your animals, you can get the conveyor belt and just have a system. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can have a conveyor belt that loads it into a trailer, so it keeps the trough or the ground always clear. Or you can get multiple conveyor belts where one conveyor belt feeds the other one, and you can put the feed right back into the trough. But I have heard that could glitch out the feeding system a little bit, meaning, of course, if you like this, they never run out of food for some reason. So I don't know if that's been fixed or whatnot. It'd be easy if I just tab. I only got 3 vehicles here. You did not finish the field. How dare you say you finished the field? I mean, you kind of did, but you didn't. I need all the grain that you have because we need every penny. We need to buy plot number, whatever it is, plot number 7? And after we buy plot number 7, it's going to be time to get bigger equipment because this smaller equipment is good for doing fields in areas like this, but doing like field number 6 and eventually field number 7 is really dragging on the process. Like it's going to take me an hour and a half-ish to harvest that field, which is pretty darn good actually for that combine. And it takes me an hour and a half to replant some seed into it. The problem is bigger equipment needs bigger tractors. And bigger tractor means bigger money. But we will get there. And the combine's almost full. I mean, you can see the Massey's is having a hard enough time just pulling the seed roll up this little hill right here. But the good news is Giants is working on some issues. As we all know, right now there's enough issues for them to be working on. I know some people were not happy with this. There's already comments out on this patch. Like one person was complaining. I guess when it does rain, because hasn't rained here yet. I guess the rain still kind of rains through the roof of sheds. Not so much in tractors. But I have heard the sound of rain is so much better, and I guess there's thunder and lightning and that kind of stuff. This is the tractor we want. Our kind said it was almost full. If it's coming up, yeah, it's coming up the field. So we should be able to unload it. The pipe is on the correct side. So, we're kind of hoping Helper E has completed their task. I think Helper E has a problem because of the sheep farm. And it couldn't get back up the hill. So I think that's the problem with that. I was hoping it could turn around and do what it needed to do, but I guess not. I hope I'm not stuck either. Where are we? It could get stuck another 1 or 2 more times here. Oh yeah, the header. Oh, this is going to be fun. Well, when all else fails. Oh, I didn't want to turn off the engine. I was wrong button. This could go horribly wrong. No. Don't you fall down now. There we go. I'm free. I am free. Somewhat. Can you get up this way? Don't roll back down the hill, please. Come on, baby, you can make the hill. Alright, so that could be an issue going on here on forward, so I gotta figure out something to do with that. Not today, but it's something to think about. I'm not sure. But anyways, like I was going to say, hopefully we can get... Wow, 100 grand would be really nice today, wouldn't it? Is the price... What's the price? Are they... Because it's an updated game, so what's the price of soybeans for today? Still like last episode, the price is still the same at $19.18 at the Port Grain Elevator. Port Grain elevator, which is, oh, that's not far at all. That's right here. That beats the ranch. That's for sure. Alright, set that guy off on a worker. Yes, we're on a hill. Let's get off the hill. And rehook up back to the trailer, so that's ready to go. Hey, I can see the back of the tractor now. So for now, you can go there. This guy is seating very well. So I'm going to continue just for a little bit, and I'll bring you back in a while. And we'll see how much progress we have made. Well, our combine's full for a second time. The more it fills up, the merrier for us. But after I get this back on a worker, I decided to take a sowing job in the field behind us. Originally, I was going to do this field. But like an idiot, I said accept contract with a space bar, which meant I had to use my own equipment. That's not what I wanted to do. I had to cancel it, so I can't do this job. But as you can see, a couple dots here, we are going to sow field 13 for about after we pay the leasing, we'll probably get like $6 grand for it, something like that. But we get to use a John Deere tractor for one, and a Star. I think it's a Star Cedral. I think that's what I had in the back there. Let's make sure this guy can go back to work no problem. Alright, he can go back to work no problem. Our Massey Ferguson's there. So we're in the John Deere 8245R. And that's the look at this beast. I would say it's got the smallest stock engine in it because it was having a hard time hauling this guy. It's the Estrella 32? Yeah, it is a Stara. But I should make sure, because I don't know if it's going to... I think it's preset. Since this is the first time I've been able to lease a sower to do the job, I want to make sure we're doing it correctly. So we're supposed to do it with barley. So let's hop in. Can I change? I can change. Yikes. So you got to be careful of that. So that's wheat. That is barley. Better make sure we do the correct crop type, or else we may not get paid. And you do pay for the seed as well. I think I turned it on, right? Yeah, it says it's on. Alright. So the good thing about missions, contract jobs, whatever you want to call them now, is with no time deadline that you have to meet, and you can also leave the field as well. So when our combine gets full or whatever, I can hop on the John Deere, go take care of our combine. We can go unload the trailer when we need to, and then come back and finish this job as needed. I could probably hang on to this contract for the rest of this Let's Play. So this is the kind of seeding a Cedral that we kind of need. I actually kind of like this looks of the Cedral. It's kind of nice. I usually like getting the horse. I usually like having my T8 hauling the horse, but this is not a bad Cedral. Can I get rid of that? I can get rid of that straw. Now, as you can see, it says this vehicle tools reserved for contract work. So you can't, it's not like I can lease this to do a job and then go to my field and seed my own field with this Cedral, because that would be awesome. But they thought ahead of that. But I can kind of see myself using this Cedral here. Although price-wise will be a thing. I probably won't get the horse only because we used it on the Pacific Northwest. But yeah, we're a few episodes away before we start buying bigger equipment. Because, like I said, first things first. Yeah, we need a bigger tractor for anything else. The T8, oh yeah, we'll have the T8 somewhere. Hate to, you know, if you're not a fan of New Holland or the T8, I'm sorry, but I gotta have the T8. So I did buy 2 pallets of seed. I didn't know how much to get, but then again, you get reimbursed anyways. I mean, 2 pallets, our seed roll will take care of our fields for quite a while, but this is a bigger field. Yes, I know this field. I know I'm off the field. You don't have to. It's like Farmer's Dynasty all over again with the warnings. It's okay if I miss a little bit, because I don't have to do the entire field like most contract jobs you do. So hopefully all my fields will start getting reset and I'll get more jobs again. My contracts were getting kind of low. I was having the issue where weeds were growing. Now, if you don't want to upload the beta patch I just did, and you're having a problem with the contract work, and if you go to the fields and there's nothing but weeds growing in them, apparently, from what I heard, if you turn off weeds in your option menu, the weeds will eventually disappear, and your contract job will start showing back up in game. But this patch, I've already seen. I've only been on the game like, 20 minutes or so. And a lot of things they said they fixed, I can see they have. I was kind of glad with Track IR. I was getting a little... I do like Track IR when I'm in the cab and look around. But it was getting kind of frustrating when I was turning my head and certain things. I wasn't looking where I should be looking. People I did see in the comments, there's only been like 30 comments so far, but people are still having some issues with the steering wheel. But it's better. They fixed some they fixed some things, so they're working on it. They did say they have a big patch coming up sometime soon. But just be aware, if you do decide to download the beta patch, make sure you back up your save game, because there could be a problem if you want to try patch. Like I said, I'm on 1.1.3. If you don't like it and you want to revert back to your original game, there could be a problem with the save game. So just back up your save game before playing this. That way, if you wanted to revert right back to the original files, your save game doesn't load, at least you'll have the backup. But we are moving right along in this field with this nice little seed roll. But I can see that this John Deere, like when I take a corner, it kind of bogs down the speed a little bit. I realize I'm trying to sow as I turn in grass, but that's what we're supposed to do. This John Deere does have a little bit of an issue. But it is a nice seed drill, and we get to use a John Deere tractor. And our combine is almost full. So when I get to the end here, we can just hop right off the John Deere, run down into our case tractor, and unload our combine. And we won't get that sign that we usually did in 17. Is like, you got 10 seconds to get back to your field, mister, or you're fired. I was thinking about buying some more sheep, just to help out the production of wool a little bit faster, but right now I think we're just going to let the sheep do their thing. This is why I took the job, because our field's like right there. And the good thing is he is going up the hill, but my guess is I'm not going to get there fast enough to unload him before he turns around. But I think we're just going to save our money so we can buy that plot of land right over there. Like I said, let the sheep do their thing. The sheep won't make me more money. I'd have to get like 15 pallets from... Oh, dude, stop. You should stop as you unload, right? Yes, thank you. So yeah, I was thinking about getting like 10 more sheep, which means another 15 grand. So yeah, to get my money back on them before I can get the field, that means 15 pallets. And I don't think those extra 10 sheep are going to give me 15 pallets as fast. It may help them produce more sheep faster, which, you know, will make more wool, but, you know, I'm looking at pennies here right now. Just pennies. Yeah, we need 650,000, is it? So the good news is, this is a field I was going to sow. It was with the John Deere tractor as well. Make sure I turn off my engine because I'm going to be close enough the engine may run. So this was going to be with the John Deere, and I do believe that. Oh, what's that seed roll? Now I gotta look because it's going to drive me nuts. Where are seeders? Nope. So this is the one we're using right now, the Stara, which is a 14.4 meter wide. Yeah, it was a Lemkin. It was going to be this seeder right here. But I said, yeah, I want to lease that equipment, and I hit the space bar, which means use my own equipment, and I was like, whoopsies. So the good news is, this job right here will more than pay for the helpers I got working today. So that's why I'm doing it. Plus it gives me something to do while a worker is working our fields, instead of just sitting in the tractor. I wouldn't mind combining that field, but I'm not going to be able to drive in a straight line, and after a while, probably when I got halfway through the field, it's going to be like all ziggy-zaggy and all weird and stuff. So that's why I do a hired helper right now. Unless I had GPS, then I'd do it myself. But as we saw as I herbicide the field the other day, yeah, driving a straight line is kind of hard, but I guess when you're harvesting, you can kind of see where you've been because the harvest is gone. Anyways, I can see I'm going to run out of seed here because, yeah, I bought 2 pallets. I'm like, is 2 pallets enough? I don't know. No, it's not. No, it's not, since I'm already more than through 1 pallet and a quarter way through the next one. So I'm going to continue this a bit more here. I'll definitely have to go down to the store and probably buy 2 more pallets again. I can kind of see how far I gotten by going to the mission page and seeing how much of the field I got done. But yeah, I want to work on this field a little bit more and take care of our other tractors in the meantime as well. And like magic, we got a full trailer of soybeans. That's kind of perfect timing. I just got back with the John Deere up to the field from the store, refilling it with seed. But now we're going to go down and pretty much make, I'm going to say 25 grand. So looking at the field, I don't think we're going to get 100 grand out of the field, but 75 maybe. Okay, I need to look at the map because I have no idea. Okay, well, I guess I could cut to here, but it'd be best if I just go down the road, take the first left. Yes, I remember kind of going to this place before. There's 2 roads here. I didn't know they were that close. Is it this road? Trying to see where that road goes. I guess either road would just bring us kind of to the same point. I'm not sure. The last time I was here, we drove over the railroad tracks, which may not be the best thing if there's a train coming. Well, we are sort of authorized. I don't know if that train comes zooming through here or not, but we're rolling through here. And now we can watch the money go up. I did download 2 mods today. One I talked about in the last episode about the horse trainer, horse helper mod, where your horse is automatically trained at 11 o'clock at night. Oh wow, okay, so 26.5. That's pretty good. I like that. I like it. The more than what I thought is always good. And the other mod is placeables for like herbicide, seed, basically all the bags and stuff you can buy at the store. So instead of going all the way down to the store and, you know, having to buy like 10 bags of this or whatever in the future. Cars come down this road? Okay. We can just go to like we do with the lime tank up at the BGA. So we can just pull up to the tank and fill up a complete tank without having to buy like 5 bags, go to the store, buy bag, buy bag, buy bag. Plus, you don't have to drive down to the store, which would be great. I do believe the mod said there were 5,000 apiece. We can look at it in a second to see if that's what they are. We will be using those because we'll have 2 big fields. And driving back to the store is okay at the beginning, but after a while it's like, I don't want to drive all the way back to the store. You just want to use the placeable. And at $5,000 a piece, it's kind of like the same price for the water tank. You know, you want to pay $5,000 for the water tank. You don't have to go all the way to a stream or wherever it is you have to go. Oh, that's right. I don't really want to drive across our grass. If I just did. If I do drive across the grass again, I'll have to keep trying to drive over the same area. Alright, we'll park this guy right here. It's good for now. Well, if you go into stores and I go here, it should be under... I don't think it'll be under silos, will it? No. Miscellaneous. There we go. So, yeah, so you got your seed station, lime, herbicide, fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. $5,000 per day. $5,000 a day, we'd be broke. $5 a day, and you can see they're $5,000 a piece, which is pretty good. The lime one is, you know, the very important one, kind of, because, well, you see how much lime we go through when we do a field. Our Massey Ferguson is just about done. And we'll get back to that guy in a while. Yeah, I know it's reserved for contract work. We're using it in the field we got the contract for. So there's some sowing jobs on those small fields down by us. We'll use our own equipment for that. That way we have to pay a leasing fee. You pretty much pay for the seed anyways. Like this job here, I'll pay for the seed, but I'll get reimbursed whatever seed's left in the seed roll when I get done. But we're going to let our combine do its work over the hill. The Massey Ferguson, I'll get a message soon that he's done. But I don't need to finish this next. But I want to finish this job here. Then we'll hop in the Massey Ferguson. We'll fertilize those 3 fields back at the red farm. While the one over the hill here keeps doing what it needs to do. And maybe I'll get to sowing some fields down by us, because I got the seed for it. We got the tractor for it. But I'll be right back. Just about... Okay, well, just as I was saying, just about finished with this field. We are finished with this field. And I'm going to stop instantly. It's not like harvesting, where I would finish harvesting the field because I get the money, extra income from the money. If I keep seeding this field, I'm using more seed, which I will not get reimbursed for. So take one last quick look at this 8245R John Deere. The one thing I don't know is what engines in. I wonder if I go to... This is the wrong button. If I go to garage... No, garage. Does it show me my leased equipment right now? No. So I can't see what engine's actually in this John Deere. It was struggling just a bit. And I know I keep going back into the store. If I go to seed, what's the horsepower requirement for this? Ouch, 420. I'm not sure my T8... Could my T8 pull that? That's the question. There's a T7. Did I just go buy it? There's a T. I did go buy it. Where's... That's what I say. My T8 better be in here. Engine setup. Wow, the best engine is 435. And that would be $325,000 for as is. Yeah, so I would almost need I'd need over $500,000 to get my T8 and that seed drill. I do love that seed drill. That's a nice one. Anyways, let's go in here to contracts, completed. As you can see, I'm going to get 10,800 for leasing, but I'm getting reimbursed quite a bit there. So thank you. Fertilizing field 7, that is something I could do for that price. But what I like to do, field 7's right here. I think that's sugar beet, which would be easy to see. Actually, it's right next to us, kind of. Where am I? Okay, yeah. That's this field up here. The reason why I look, if it's something like canola or soybeans like we had, and they're almost fully grown, it's hard to see the ground to see where you've been fertilizing. But as we can see, I can accept this job right here. So instead of me grabbing the Massey Ferguson and seeding some small fields for small cash, I'd rather fertilize a field like this because I can see where I've been. How we doing here? That's not too bad. But we're going to jump in here. And we can see we did a pretty darn good job, or our helper did. There's a few things I need to take care of before I put the seed drill away. Well, it's not going to be away. I'm just going to park it over here because I need to reseed that field that we're just in. Does anyone know where I put my front loader? Oh, I see it now. I see it. Let me open this because if you remember, I accidentally dropped some seed on the ground last episode and now it's in the bucket. So I need to take care of that now before I go to try to clean out some animal pens, and I can't do it because I got seed in the bucket. Do I have any pallet forks or anything on it? No, we do not. Our combine's almost full. I try to keep up on the combine only because I'm hiring a worker, so I still think you get charged if he's just sitting there waiting to be unloaded. I still think you get charged the labor rate because he's a hard worker. He's just sitting there. All right, hopefully I can unload this into here. I mean, I should be able to, right? Right? Come on. A little forward. Alright, good. My bucket is now empty. And once again, I'm in the habit of just dropping everything anywhere. Low enough now. There we go. I did see my... There it is. I was like, where's my artificial fertilizer spreader? What I should do before it disappears, but it just came up. Fertilize... Yeah, the field that we want to buy, which it won't be anytime soon. But for 12 grand, yeah, we'll fertilize that. We'll fertilize that with our own equipment, thank you. Right after I fertilize the fields here. And right after we go take care of our combine. Yep, it's almost full. It's way behind us. It might be full by the time I get down there and start unloading. I like to keep the combine to keep moving. I was hoping for 3 trailerfuls, but I don't think we're going to get 3 trailerfuls. But we will get some decent money today. I think he may have filled up. No, he's still moving. There he goes. I mean, we should get 2 trailerfuls. So maybe get like 70 to 80 grand today, maybe? No, that'd be too much, wouldn't it? That'd be 3 trailerfuls. But yes, we need 650 grand to buy field number, or plot number 7. That's the next place we're going to buy. And after plot 7, we'll buy the BGA because you need to buy the BGA in order to use it. Alright, turn that off. Combine's good for a while. Hop in our Massey Ferguson. spread our wings. And fertilize the fields. And that is those fields fertilized. Now the funny thing is, this will be the last 2 times I harvested. I did not have weeds in these 2 fields, so I don't know if in these beta patches if they slow down how fast weeds grow. But I'm sure I'll get weeds again at some point. Now the other thing I want to do before I leave this side of the farm is I'm going to unload this first of all, because I've been questioning it, even though I love the way our spreader looks right now, with the paint chips coming off and all that from wear and tear. So you can see the paint starting to come off because of all the wear and tear. I'm wondering, when we repair this, which you can do, does it fix the paint? $400. Yikes. It does. It repaints the vehicle. Even the inside, if I can hop up. Now the reason why I dumped out the fertilizer, I didn't know by repairing it if I would lose all that or not. Well, come on, Farmer Peanut, get up there. You can't jump. I cannot jump. It's like being in Farmer's Dynasty. Can't not jump. Let's hook this back up. And refill this up. I'm going to go to the store, fill this up even more, head on down to field 7, and I'm sure our combine is just about ready to explode. And I'll bring it back when I get down there. Here we are up in field number 7, fertilizing. I figure I better come back earlier this time because I want to come back and say we're almost done and have the thing pop up that we're done. I just saw our combine is almost full again. But yeah, we're almost done fertilizing field number 7. I did spend about $6 grand, or maybe just $5 grand actually, on fertilizer. But this job is going to pay us $11,000, and I'll have plenty more of that fertilizer left over to fertilize our field over the hill. When I got to the shop, though, I did realize, oops, I forgot to put the narrow tires on, and I'm going to be driving over crop. Although I don't think in the first growth stage I need narrow tires, but I didn't want to take a chance, so I said, I don't want to drive all the way back to our farm. I said, I know I'm at the shop, I'll just pay the $100 to get the tires changed here. Went down to the shop, changed the tires, no charge. So, unless I'm not remembering correctly, in 17, when you went to the store, you had to pay like a $100 labor fee to get the tires changed, I thought. But it's been a while since I actually went to the store in 17 to get work done. So I don't know if that's in 19 you don't get charged the extra labor to put stuff on. I have no idea. But you don't really need the workshop, as far as I can see, because they don't charge you extra labor to put this stuff on that you've already bought. So I didn't have to pay nothing to swap out my wide tires to narrow tires. So I have to remember, I want to take care of this combine ASAP, because if you watch our money in the upper right hand corner, the combine's full, so he's just sitting there, and you can see our money going down little by little. He's charging us for sitting there, and he's facing the wrong way. But really, that should give us easily a full tank or a trailer of soybeans to go sell. I'm not going to be able to empty the combine, but that's fine. You, sir, can park right here. As you can see, our trailer is just about full. I can put in like another 2,500 liters in it. Park that here. I'll keep the engine running because I got to get rid of this very quickly. Well, not very quickly, but I don't want our combine getting full again. So hopefully we can go collect another, what was it, 26 grand? Might be a little bit more because I will have a full trailer this time. Is the price the same? Still 1918. I am liking this 19 to where after you go make a delivery and you go back and you harvest the field, the price hasn't dropped. They have certainly changed that from 13 to 15 to 17 to 19, how that works. And I'm liking the system right now the way it is. I do wish it was that the price was a little bit better, but you know what? Don't we all? And yes, I do realize there's mods out there that I can increase the price of crops or the yield of crops and all that. I try to keep the game as it was meant to be played as much as I can. I change it to where I feel it benefits me a little bit. But that's what mods are for. And we all use certain mods for our own reasons. Like I do have that where I can move anything mod with I can pick up any object mod. I see some people using that for everything, and like, I use it just for the trees at the beginning. That reminds me, I wonder in this patch if I could use the chainsaw. I may have to get out here and see if I can rotate the chainsaw. So while that's dumping out, nope, I can't rotate the chainsaw still. I mean, I can activate it. I don't have an X-Hand tool. It's nothing. Still can't rotate the chainsaw. So almost 27 grand on that load there, which is good. So let's go back and get ready for the combine to be unloaded again. And while we're waiting, we're going to hop in the Massey Ferguson and start fertilizing the field. And then we'll have to head back and grab our seed drill at some point. I'll probably have the case do that. I'll have the case go back with the trailer once I get done unloading the soybeans. I can get the seed drill. I'll fill it up, bring it back, and replant it probably with canola. It seemed like we got a better yield from canola. And then the field had, no, it needed lime, and it was missing one fertilization stage. And I think we got pretty close to 60 grain worth of canola out of the field. And right now we're about 52 grand on soybeans. And the field is, I don't want to say, well, yeah, it pretty much is perfect. It didn't need lime, doesn't need to be plowed, it was fully fertilized. And I keep driving over my grass. Not that it matters, we got enough grass for the sheep for a while. Alright, so hop into Massey Ferguson like we are. I should check the stat page. Does it need to be plowed? No, it does not. Just making sure. Let's get her lined up roughly where I need to be. That way after I seed it, just got to fertilize it one more time, and we should be all set until weeds grow. But we did start the day with about 80 grand. And as you can see, we're up to 133, and that's after buying some seed to do a couple jobs. Fixing a couple of pieces of, well, we fixed the the fertilizer, just to see if it would repaint it, and it does. And of course we bought more fertilizer. I'm probably going to have to buy some more seed. No, actually I think I got some seed back at the shop. So I may have to spend a little bit more cash there. But I think between this episode and next episode, I'm going to do probably some more jobs now that I got jobs to do, and I can do some seeding as well. I could do seeding before, but I had to use my own equipment. And of course, with the seed drill we got, doing, well, the field that we seeded before, I think it was field 13. With our seed drill, that would have taken forever. This field takes an hour and a half to seed. I can imagine field 13 would have taken over 2.5 hours. Using bigger equipment sure does help. So now I can lease the equipment for seeding. That was my problem with the Quest. And now it looks like I said in this patch I'm playing on, looks like the farmers are not seeing weeds as a crop. And of course they can't harvest them, but they're waiting for them to be harvested, I guess. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, it looks like they did fix that problem. So hopefully by the time next episode comes, I'll be halfway towards the money we need into buying field number, or plot number 7. Of course, we'll have these fields ready for harvesting once again. And of course, our chickens will be making some eggs. Our sheep will be making some wool. But as we found out, the wool is not 2,000 liters per pallet anymore. It's 1,000 liters per pallet. So that's a little bit of a downer. Good. I'm glad our combine's almost full again. Yeah, but I'm thinking after we buy the field, plot number 7, the next thing we'll probably end up getting is a new harvester. Because we'll have these two fields to harvest. And even though that harvester does a decent job, I am paying someone an hour and a half worth of labor. If we get a big harvester, I can harvest a field myself, and probably harvest a field and transport the grain probably in a half an hour. But we won't be buying probably one of the biggest harvesters. We'll probably be buying, it'll be an upgrade. Let's just leave it at that. It'll be an upgrade. Yes, you're almost full. Let's get up there and get it before it turns around, comes down, and the pipe will be on the wrong side. Well, I decided to take over the harvester because I figured I can handle this part. So I did. I almost forgot to finish the contract on field number 7. So yeah, we got 12 grand for that job. 11.7, something like that. And then I decided, because I was actually thinking today at work about the chickens. So I was like, yeah, we'll make some money on the chickens when it comes time to sell them. Well, not as well as you would think. So I said, I was at work and I was thinking, you know what? They're going to charge me a transportation fee for selling the chickens, right? So I did just go check. I went to the chickens. I acted like I wanted to sell it. So it says $25 to sell each chicken. $15 transportation fee. So basically you're selling chickens for $10. Yes, they reproduce fast. Yes, they, all that. But $10? I guess that's fine, but hopefully someone comes out a mod to where we can transport the chickens. I mean, I'm paying more in transportation fee for a chicken than they're going to pay me for the chicken. It's like buying something online for $10 and they charge you $25 for shipping. So let's see what we get in the tanker, or in the trailer, after we do this little piece right here. So we're probably going to have somewhere around 5,000 liters, I think. Which means probably pretty close to 9 grand when it comes time to sell it. But when we do buy Field 7 and we buy new combine, I probably will keep this one and leave it at the other farm. Well, no, the new combine will probably be fast. That's something I'll have to think about. Because, you know, selling this will get some cash for it, obviously. U-turn off. I'll quickly make a pass in the Massey Ferguson. I think it's one pass. Yeah, it should be one pass. Yeah, so right now, as it stands, we pretty much need, I know it sounds weird when I say it, pretty much need just another $500,000, and we will be able to buy plot number 7. And of course, when we do that, then we wait another day, we should be able to borrow more money for a loan, and we might be able to get a harvester right off, which would be great. And I'm not too worried about buying a tractor with a trailer, because basically most harvester, our trailer holds 14,000. Most combines, even the top ones, hold like 14.5, unless you get the ideal, which holds 17. So basically when the combine's full, I can empty it, put the combine on a worker, and then go deliver whatever it is we got to deliver and come back. And that's kind of my plan. That's why I want to get the combine first. I didn't turn the engine off. I'm trying to save fuel, you know. So let's go deliver this, and we'll call it an episode. Yes, we got 5,000 liters. So we should get somewhere around 9 grand. So like I said, we need 650. So yeah, we should just need another $500,000. Like I said, I'm going to do a bunch of contracts probably in between this episode and next. So hopefully I can get us much further along. Maybe by then our sheep will start reproducing. I mean, they're technically reproducing now, just at 100 hours. But in about 4 days' time, we should have 4 more sheep, because each color sheep is going to produce. Actually, is it 4 days? No, it's only 2 days. 2 days, 24 hours in a day, Peanut. I know, that's 48 hours in 2 days. Yeah. So that's not too bad, actually. But even though they haven't reproduced yet, I can see their hours are kind of going down already. So when we got them, it was 100 hours to reproduce another sheep. It's down to 97. So I'm not really sure how that's working, but whatever. Come on, 9,000. Wow, almost 10. Okay. That's good. That's good. But what I am going to... no, I was going to reduce it, but then I just realized I got to buy some seed to reseed that field. But yeah, we made some cash today, and I'm going to make some more cash in between. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive the case back, drop off the trailer, because I don't need it for anything right now. Grab the seed drill. I'm going to have to get the case on the case and start seeding field number 6. But that will do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.